Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. So as you can see in today's video, we're going to be doing my TBR jar chooses my reads for June. I absolutely loved this last time and it looks like you guys did too, because that's like my most watched video to date so far, which is just insane. So again, we are bringing it back ready for June. So I have my TBR cart here, as well as a stack of books just here and a smaller stack just here, because I've got some books that I didn't get to last month. I've got a stack of new books that I've just yet to put away, which I kind of want to include, as well as my TBR cart as well. So it's kind of all a bit of a mess. It's all a bit of a jumble, because I wanted to include a lot of books, because there are some books that I'm desperate to kind of read. We've still got Empire of the Vampire up here because I am still currently reading that but haven't really read it for like 2 months, but it's there because I'm part way through it and there is a chance that I could get to it at some point. So yeah, also exciting. I've realised I've picked up the wrong jar as well. This is not the jar that I need. There we go, that's better. Now I've got my jar full of prompts. Give it a bit of a shake and we are just going to dive right into it. I think we're going to choose 8 prompts again. I think that's a good kind of middle ground to keep me entertained, so I've still got plenty to kind of choose from each time. So give it a bit of a shake. And the first one is an author's debut novel. Okay, so let's have a quick look and see. I obviously want something good. I know Andy Darcy Theo, I'm pretty sure that was a contender for last time for a debut novel. Okay, they're not, I know. The Phoenix Keeper, I believe this could be a debut. Let me just, from An Exciting New Voice, so can I just assume that's a debut? Let me just have a quick Google, shall we? Let's go on Goodreads and see if we can find if it's a debut, because if it is, then this is the one we're going to be choosing, because I've heard so many good things about this and it just sounds so interesting. This is the only one on their Goodreads profile, so I mean, it says Exciting New Voice, so this has to be a debut novel, so this is definitely the one that we are going to be choosing. So this is The Phoenix Keeper by S.A. McLean. It is just a gorgeous proof and I honestly can't wait to get to it. It says, an irresistible queer romantasy set in a zoo of mythical creatures. That's all I need. It's mythical creatures. The flop, yeah, perfect. Okay, so this is prompt number 1 and I'm so excited. I mean, this is already going to be a great reading month just because this is on it. So yeah, I'm so excited for this. Okay, so let's pop that down there. Give it another shake. So that was prompt number 1, which we are off to a flying start. Let's do prompt number 2, and this is a title random letter. So let's grab my phone, bring up a random letter generator, because I'm pretty sure we had this one last time as well, because I'm pretty sure we got O for that too. Okay, so here we are on the screen. Can we see that? Just about. So let's just click and we've got A. So in my head that could be, it could be start with the letter A and then the rest of the other words after, or it could actually start with A. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head. Okay, so An, Education and Malice, so that could be one. A Clash of Kings, that could be one. I don't know how much I'm feeling that, but that could be. Funny Story, Wild Love. ASAP, that could be a good one as well. A Man Called Ove, oh, that could be a good one. Is there any others at the back? Oh, see, actually there's some really good ones here. So we've got A Feather So Black, A Fate Inked in Blood, A Tempest of Tea, A Dark and Drowning Tide. I do really want to get to A Feather So Black. I've heard so many good things, and apparently it is just a Cruel Meets Prince for the Wolf fantasy romance set in a world of perilous magic and moonlit forests. I mean, that just sounds really, really good. But then my friend Zoe read A Fate Inked in Blood and absolutely loved it. And I've been meaning to kind of get to this as well because she really liked it. And I mean, this is already out as well. I mean, they're both already out. I think I'm going to go with my friend's advice and go for A Fate Inked in Blood. I think that's going to be the way to keep everyone happy, and then I can talk to her about it. And for her to like rave about a book, I feel like I need to pick this up sooner rather than later. So I think that's what we're going to do. So for random letter A, we're going to go for A Fate Inked in Blood by Daniel L. Jensen. Yeah, I think this is the right call as I drop it. Oh God. Okay, so yeah, I think that's the best one. Okay. I'm happy with that. This is probably going to be like a very fantasy heavy TBR for June, I think, just because I'm obviously back into fantasy. Okay, so prompt number 3, we have orange on the cover. So we already have the Phoenix Keeper, which is orange, but obviously we can't choose that. So we need to choose another one, and there isn't much with orange. You've got Funny Story, that does kind of have a bit of orange, but nothing, I mean, it's more orange on the spine. If anything, orange is such an odd colour as well to kind of have. So you've got Rise. No, it's, is that more yellow than orange? It could be more orange. I don't know. But then you've got Fireborn, and I'd definitely say that's got more orange than. I feel like that's too yellow. Am I being really particular in my shades? I think so. I mean, they don't. There's nothing kind of there that's drawing me in, so I think we are going to go for this. And I mean, it's dragons as well, so we're sticking with the fantasy theme. So this is Fireborn. I picked this up through Amazon. I don't like using Amazon, but I did pick it up through Amazon just because it's the only place that I could. And from what I know, it's dragons, and I just love dragons. And I wanted to buy the whole series, but I thought, no, I'll actually be sensible, just buy the first book in the series and see if I like it. And it says it's one of the best fantasy series by Booklist, which is a starred review apparently. So I'm excited to dive into this, and I think it's going to be really good. So that's what the cover looks like. It's gorgeous. I mean, what more could you want? So I think we're gonna just stick with this. There isn't anything else that's kind of screaming orange at me. So this is the one. So prompt number 3, we have Fireborn. Okay. Prompt number 4 now. Give it a bit of a shake. I have got my tea down here as well, just kind of sat on the floor, so I might quickly. While we're here. Right, prompt number 4. We might need to look at some other genres though, because we have just chosen 3 fantasy books at the minute. We always pick this one and I never know. So we have written by 2 authors. Oh, actually, we have Twin Crowns. Now, I believe they are sisters? No, friends. They wouldn't be sisters with the same name, that's just a bit weird. They're friends. But this is the start of a series. Burning Crowns is the 3rd one that's just come out, and obviously that's the end of the trilogy. So this could actually be a real shout, because I don't think, let me spin it around, I don't think there's anything else that's written by 2 authors, because you don't tend to get many books that are written by 2 authors. So I think this is going to be the best bet, and I'm not mad about that, because I've heard so many people rave about this series and I want to be a part of that. And I got this while I was on my weekend away with Tandem, like in January, which is just crazy. So I've had it for a fair amount of time. I have books that have been longer on my TBR than this, but by 2 authors, I mean, I think this is going to be just perfect, and I'm so surprised we got that so quickly. Just having a quick look at the books on the floor, but no, they're all written by 1 person, sad enough. So yeah, I think this is the one we're going to go for. Twin Crowns, start of a fantasy series. I've got no idea what it is about, like, at all. I know it's YA, and I know people really like it. And you've got Ren and you've got Rose, and I'm assuming that's obviously the 2 main characters. But other than that, we're going into this completely blind, and I'm happy about that. So I'm really excited. We are literally just looking at a fantasy TBR for June, but it's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, so that was prompt number 4. So let's do prompt number 5. Hopefully one we haven't had before. Oh no, over 500 pages. Okay, so it needs to be a long one, and I have one that I do really want to get to, and I think we're just gonna take it off the pile and go for this. Now I don't even need to check, because I know this is over 500 pages. I say this, Yes, it is over 500 pages. Now this is on my stack. I do actually own the other copy as well. Let me grab it. So like I said, I have this copy, and then I recently just got sent this copy. They are exactly the same book, but they just did 2 different arcs, and I was trying to get my hands on both of them because I love them both. I prefer this one, which I think a lot of people don't, which I'm quite surprised at, to be honest, because I thought this was more dragon fire related. Now a lot of people prefer this one. My boyfriend prefers this one, my best friend prefers this one, but I mean, I have both now, so I'm just so excited. So I just thought I'd show you both. But this is When the Moon Hatched. It is going to be like such a big romantasy book this year. It is so hyped up. It was independently published, I believe, and then Harper has picked it up and it's just been blown out of the water, and there have been special editions. I know Fairyloot are doing a special edition. Waterstones has, because I've managed to pre-order that one, but it's just such a big book and I just need to read it, and it comes out in June, so I think this is like the perfect time. I want to drop everything to read it now, but I know I've got too many other book reading commitments to be able to do that, so I think this is going to be the perfect book for a book over 500 pages. It's the only one that I'm kind of drawn to, that I'm just desperate to read, so this is going to be the one that we choose. There's literally no other choice in this. So this is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker, and I don't even know which cover I want to read because I don't want to damage either of them, but they're so stunning. I'm so privileged. I feel like incredibly privileged to be able to own like not one but both of the proofs. So yeah, honestly. So yeah, I just don't think I could choose a different book, and we are still sticking with the fantasy theme, clearly. So that was prompt number 5, so we're over halfway now. So this is for prompt number 6, and it says, oh, a book by one of your favourite authors. Okay. Now it's I find it very hard to have favourite authors because I like Sarah J Maas, but she hasn't got a new book coming out. I really liked Elsie Silver's books, the Chestnut Spring series. Like, I devoured them all in like a week. So this could be a shout because I just really enjoyed that. I really like Marie Brennan's work as well. This is part of the Natural History of Dragons series. I just haven't got around to finishing it. I think this is book 4. So I could do that. But again, that's just putting another fantasy book on the TBR, which I don't necessarily want to keep doing because we've got a lot of fantasy books already spread out on the floor. I did really like Dolly Alderton's books though. I'm not going to be able to get that out. It's there though, you can see it. So this is good material. I really did enjoy her, was it her memoir, Everything I Know About Love, that one, biography. I did really like that, and that's her first like fiction book, I believe. So that could be a shout. I haven't really read Leigh Bardugo or S.T. Gibson. They're all quite new books. Again, I mean, I really liked Ava Reed's not a Study in Drowning. It is A Study in Drowning, yeah, that one. I adored that. So again, this could be a shout, but I'm pretty sure this is kind of like fantasy, so I don't. Oh, Decisions, and I don't think there's any authors there that I've actually read either. So do I continue the fantasy, or do I go for a romance? I want to say Lady Macbeth by Ava Reed, but we've got 5 books that are fantasy. So I think, realistically, I'm going to go for Wild Love because I know this is going to be a quick read. I know it's going to be a fun read. And I just think in the long run, I will probably hate myself for choosing another fantasy book, because if I choose like 8 fantasy books, I'm probably going to put myself into a slump, I think. So I think the sensible option, and I did really enjoy the Chestnut Spring series, so I think this is a sensible one. So yeah, Wild Love. I've even got a matching bookmark to go with it as well. So, I mean, I'm already ready to sit and read it. So I think sensible option, something other than fantasy, just a quick read in between all the fantasy. We're going to go for Wild Love by Elsie Silver. That's smart. I'm being smart. I think that I could regret my choices, but who knows. But anyway, let's kind of move on. So that was prompt number 6. So So 2 more to go. Kind of give it a mix because we're choosing new ones, but I'm still choosing the same prompts. So I think I might need to like rewrite these and put some more prompts in. So if you have any prompts that you want me to do, please put them in the comments and I will write them down. I think I'm going to rewrite everything and then I will add all of yours that you want and I can add it into that, because I think just some fresher ones as well would be a good idea. Oh, so now we're going to do pink on the cover, and we've literally just chose Wild Love, which is the pinkest book I probably own. So now, not many fantasy books have pink. That one does, but I don't think we're going to do that one. So we have, these are so jam-packed, I can't get them out. So we have Hello Beautiful. I've heard this is like a really nice moving story, and it's got a lot of pink on the cover, especially on the back. So this could definitely be one. Let's just spin it round. I mean, this one has pink sprayed edges, but I don't think that necessarily counts, and there's not a lot of pink on the cover, so we're not going to count that. I don't think there is anything else on that trolley. But looking here, we've got a new book that I recently got, Will I Ever Have Sex Again? That is a memoir by Sophie Hagen. She very kindly sent this to me. So we could do this. This would be a bit of a different read. See, I'm looking at the spine. See, I've just seen that and gone, oh, that's very pink, but that's not a pink cover, so we can't necessarily choose the spell shop. I'm just literally picking up all of these. There's just nothing. I think I'm gonna go for Hello Beautiful, and I know that was like my first choice, but I think that's let me just put all my stacks back. I think it's upside down. I think we're going to go for this. People have just said it's beautiful writing, and we could do with a bit of literary fiction, I think, just to kind of mix it up with the fantasy and the romance. Just a good read is what I'm hoping for. I have no idea what it's about, but it was the 100th Oprah book club pick, so I mean, if Oprah read it, I think I can read it. So yeah, I think this is, yeah, I think we're gonna go for this. Again, I like going into my books blind. I don't really like knowing too much about what's happening, or you know, I might read the blurb before I start reading it, but right now if I read it I'm just gonna forget by the time I get around to it, so we're just gonna go into it blind, I think. But yeah, I think pink on the cover, besides Wild Love, which is covered in pink, I think this is going to be the next best option. So this is the one we are going for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, last one, prompt number 8. This is the one we're going to go for. The last one, it needs to be the best one. We've saved the best till last. Here's hoping it's going to be a prompt I haven't had before. And no, we had this last time, and we never got around to the book. So this is a collection of short stories. Now, I never read that book last time, and I don't know if I own another collection of short stories. Now, could you possibly put Tales from the Cafe as a collection of short stories? Because they are stories, separate stories, and they are short. I think that's going to be, I mean, they're all kind of relating to the same story, but they are separate stories, and there is a collection of them. There is 4. So I think, I mean, this is mine, this is my thing, this is my TBR, so I mean, I can do what I want. If I don't want to do this prompt, I don't have to, but I do want to kind of stick with the jar. But I think this is going to be the best one, because I chose The Dangers of Smoking in Bed last month, and spoilers, I haven't read that. I just haven't got around to it. I've been reading fantasy. But I do really want to continue this series, so I think this is going to be the best thing. And plus it's a bit of translated fiction to go in with the vibe of different genres, apart from my 5 fantasy books, I think. So I think this is the one we're going to go for. I think, yeah, I've decided that's the one we're going to go for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 8 books. That is 8 prompts chosen, 8 books chosen. So let me have a bit of a sort, have a bit of a tidy, and then we can just recap all the books that we have chosen, and I'm so excited for all of them. Okay, so I've cleared out the top shelf so we can put all of the books on there, so I can quickly just run through the books that we chose. So for an author's debut novel, we have The Phoenix Keeper. For the title random letter, and we ended up choosing A, we have A Fate Inked in Blood. For a book with orange on the cover, we have chosen Fireborn. For a book written by 2 authors, we have Twin Crowns. For a book that's over 500 pages, we have When the Moon Hatched. And I am going to be putting both of these up there. For a book by one of your favourite authors, we have Wild Love. For a book with pink on the cover, we have Hello Beautiful. And for a collection of short stories, we have Tales from the Cafe. Okay, so I'm so excited for all of these books, mainly for When the Moon Hatched, just because it is so high up on my priority list of reading. It's so highly anticipated. I just need to get to it as soon as possible. But I'm actually really glad with some of the books that we've got. So we've got some animal books, we've got some YA books, I believe, 5 ones YA. Obviously dragon books, we love a dragon here. We've got some romance, we've got some literary fiction, and we've even got a translated fiction. So I am very, very pleased with all the books that we have chosen. Please let me know if there is a book here that you think I should dedicate to reading first, or if there's a book that you're most excited for out of the books that I've chosen. Please let me know the books that you're going to be reading in June as well. I do like to hear what you're currently reading or what you're planning on reading, because I love adding books to my TBR in general. And don't forget to add your prompts into the comments as well, because I am going to be redoing my prompt jar, I think, and then I'm going to add everything that you say into it, because I just think that'd be really fun as well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.